Alrighty, so we are here with another community call with the RAWDAO. We have one of our awesome raw engineers, Sergio Rojas, who will be actually going over a Figma walkthrough for us today. We are busy building our own resourceful website, and he is going to be the one helping lead that creation by getting the back end all together for us. So he's going to do an awesome walkthrough on explaining Figma, going over it so we can all understand how we can help contribute to it, as well as learn some of these awesome skills. So Sergio, I will let you take it over from here. You can screen share, and I'll be here.
Could you see on my screen?
I can, yes I can.
Okay, well, first this is like the wrong website, on Figma, and as you can see, like, Figma allows you to, like, add layers to your design, and, and it allows you to, like, if I click on frames, and that allows it to, like, add, like let's say you wanna Android screen, and you could just add it right there, and or like if you want it tablet, just again you click on frame and you look for tablet right here, and then you want an iPad Pro, and then you just click on it and you have it right there. And it's much easier because you don't need to like figure out like the what. I think it's useful because you don't have to like figure out, and that allows you to like guidelines if you need them, like this one, like on this one, like I had arrows for each like action. This is the navigation, and then when you click on like the top right, and it goes to like this menu right here. And I just added the arrow right there, so it just shows to anyone else looking at the design that it goes to there.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I guess one question I have. While you're doing that, when you do those actual arrows, will it make the website actually flow like that as well? Or is there more steps that you do on the back end to actually put the website all the way together?
I'm not sure how to like do that, so like I'm not I don't know not enough Figma to do that
Okay.
kind of stuff. Like I don't. I mean, you
Gotcha.
could like press this play button, but
Oh yeah, the play button will show.
you,
I know that there's a way you can log on to your phone as well and see it like from your phone. I see. Okay.
and then I guess this one you just like it allows it to like to scroll, and then this is like the comment box. So you The thing I like about Figma is it allows you to like it has like its own version control. Um, and it allows you like to go back. Like right here is like show version, and then I guess you could go backward. Uh, I don't know exactly that, but yeah, if you delete something, you can go back or like your save. So you, like um so you don't like um, mess up like your version numbers or your version of the design. You could just save it.
Awesome. Very, very easy to see how you just add everything to that. Thanks for joining, CJ. I know you kind of hopped in mid-presentation. I definitely have the recording going, so I'll be able to drop this replay. But Sergio was just walking through basically the flow of the website so far and how you can add different things to it, and most importantly, like comment, go back to different versions, things like that, because everyone actually can access the website in order to help start editing it. So Sergio, with that being said, where are you with the website creation now? I know I had seen T had dropped some notes that she had kind of taken, and I'll try to I'm sure I'll send this recording to her to see, because I know she's done like a lot of Figma tutorials throughout this week as well to try to get the design, the front end, more cohesive as well. So I think it'll be great for you guys to be able to get together and chat. I know CJ had some ideas as well, so we can definitely kind of keep a convo going in the engineers chat or in the core team. But I know, let me see, I'm trying to find the paper that I had shared that she had shared with some of her ideas. But basically, one of the main things that we had that she wanted to add when she's seen like the different things that other Web3 websites can do and what we can do, some of the things to help with like the image was making it colorful elements, 3D images, us creating something like that for the background, and trying to come up with something of that nature. I know that was the task that Sergio asked all of us creatives to do, was figure out that design, what we'd want it to look like. We've all come up that we want colors in it, 3D images that are going to give us that next level out of this world feeling, clear call to actions, which I think Sergio has already separated very clear, like this is this page, this is that page, making it a little interactive, easy navigation, clear descriptions, and easy ways to get in contact and connect. So I think what T has and what Sergio has outlined is very clear into that point. And this is a picture that I actually pulled from out of the engineers, because I'm not sure where else I had posted it. But T shared this in the engineers tab, and it's just in her notebook. And she even, wrote out how that these pages can flow with the mission statement, spotlights, pictures that we can add, the about us section, links to purchase, different things like that. The Discord link, social medias, all of that kind of stuff. But one of the key elements that I think she had that was really, really great, that I've kind of mentioned time and time again, is the gamifying how to actually join, where she had, taking a personality quiz basically, and it being able to show you which core team you would fit in mostly. So that way, okay, now here's the next step. Go join the Discord, go join this team, and then we'll take it from there for that next step. So seeing how we can add that quiz in there would be really great, especially because that's something that I mentioned as well, that we can piggyback off not only for people joining the Discord and the DAO, but also for that variation when we're just trying to help new artists and new creators in the space. And I always use that progressive insurance, or like where you can get a quote, where NFT artists can come in and say, this is the kind of NFT they have. It comes with an unlockable, it comes with a physical item, and it's a one of one. And then we can have those different specifications and help them determine which NFT platform and marketplace makes the most sense for them to go list it, where it'll have the costs outlined, it'll have the pros and cons, and it'll show them a few, like 2 or 3 at least, so that they can start to get a scope of the different marketplaces and why some are better than others for different things, and where they should be marketing themselves to help them into the space. So I think something simple like that will be great. I know yesterday I had a meeting with the other realms, and Entourage actually is trying to do kind of the same thing, with trying to like do the personality quiz and then getting a suggested team, and then kind of doing it that way as well. So we're definitely in the right direction when it comes to like gamifying that. So I'm trying to see if there's a way that we can do that there on the website, get that implemented, and that kind of be, the initial thing that our website does. It introduces what the RAWDAO is, how people can connect to us, and that personality quiz to help them get streamlined into the DAO. And then from there we can start to build out more when it comes to the NFT marketplace suggestions, promotions, all of that kind of stuff. But starting with those basic elements for how to join the DAO and get active, I think will be really awesome. Especially, for example, after this call, I'm going to be putting out that weekly article to talk about what we've done this week, like our Twitter spaces, what people have shared throughout the Discord, and also the tasks that we have available for this week. So again, even something like that, here's the task that we have available this week, something that people can do that they can help, come and add to, because the task that we outline for people to add to each week is not anything crazy. We're just saying, hey, if you create content that we can share, and then you're still adding to it. So there's plenty of people that do that. Or even China just joined. Welcome, China. I know she makes a lot of content in general too. So it's like, say you make one of your real videos that's about Web3 fashion, or the RAWDAO, or physical to digital, or anything educational, creative, something, in this sphere that we can all start cycling onto the TikTok or whatever. People know, if you are a content creator and you create content, that's something that you can add this week as well. So I think having that on the website will be awesome. Just some of my thoughts from your presentation. And to see if that's a good direction, where how we can kind of wrap it up and get it rolling. Miss CJ, I see you've unmuted.
I did. Hi everyone. Hi,
Welcome,
Mo.
welcome.
Thank you. And Sergio, I apologize for jumping in a little bit late in yours, but I'll make sure I go back and look at it. I didn't know if we can share what we've done thus far. Is that all right?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So on the 9th, I put it in a Word doc in the engineers just now, because I need to move it onto the site, the Google, the documents, our site, the brain, and those places to put what we've done. But T and I met, and Sergio, thank you for the extensive websites, or the Web3 sites on Figma. So it's a Word document, and I'm not sure if you guys can open it in the engineering on Discord. but I just talked about what we went through, and I went through the different sites that you put on there, starting with Creator Cabins. I actually looked at T Cook's notes, and I got some kind of a good idea of what she wants to do and what we can, and I put on there each one of the ideas that I thought we could incorporate on our app or site on the site, and and I also got some about onboarding and incorporating what you currently use as an onboarding process, what we can, about tiles, different buttons to use. So that the document has all the different links that you sent, um, and what I like about what we feel like the features that we can pull from it. Um, and our notes going forward is doing the background. That so I'm going to draw it up for her what I think, and as soon as I do that, I'll share it in that chat as well. Um, on what the exact process on we have. But we have some pretty good notes on there if you guys get some chance to like review it and look at it. Sorry, I'm just not uploading it. But we'll meet again. T Cook and I meet again, so it kind of makes it easier for me to talk to her, and then she's going to meet with you, I think, Sergio, about how to do the coding part of it or that part of building it. So I hope that helps. But thank you for the information that you shared because it makes sense to me now.
Awesome. That is such great to hear, CJ. I love to hear that you're meeting and doing so much. So exciting to hear. I see your Word document. I don't know why on my phone it's asking me to open it in Zoom. And then I try to open it in Zoom and it's taking me everywhere. Let me see if I can actually open it here on my laptop, because then if so, then I can even share it. And that's great that, like you said, you guys are doing more on that front end, the buttons, those kind of things that you can add to the front that will, get you from one place to the other. That's awesome to hear.
So we thought about making it some of the ideas. T and hopefully she listens to this because it was really great meeting with her, because some of the ideas need to be slowed down a little bit because I think she wants to make it as simple but effective, right? And I think that's what the access on the buttons, but she does like the movable features and things on it. But the background effect, that was something we were talking about as well. So that those notes, if you can't, is there any format that would be better to upload it onto Discord instead of a Word document? Is it better like a Google Doc?
No, you know what? It's fine now. I've got it open on my laptop, and that's honestly how most things are. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come back over, share my screen, so that everybody can see the document. But like she said, it is shared there in the engineers chat, and you can even share that, CJ, in the core team chat. That way, everybody can see that. China, I know you haven't been able to be as active as you'd like, but just to get it started, to actually join the official DAO, you will want to go to the chat over here that has the choo-choo train that says where to start, and fill out that Google form to get your process started. So over onto this document. So this is what CJ has here after reviewing with T. Very, very well organized. I love how you broke it down under each one and kind of what you took from it. Very, very smart. My notes, we should have a core team, glow team, and meet with the team button for info. I love the join team button. Yes, and I like how you guys also have a lot of the same missions, with it being clear, simple, clean buttons, efficient, not too much, but very to the point. Calls of action. I think those are really great notes. And I think that that's a great way to document it so that everyone can see where to go from there. Like Sergio, T, you, everyone can add their notes and go from there. So, really awesome. Awesome job. Did you have any specific questions for Sergio? Or Sergio, did you have any questions with CJ? Anything that you guys may want to share, I guess, about that website, or what needs to be done from here to actually bring it together next?
Go ahead, Sergio. Sorry.
Well, I guess we have to vote on what basic design we want to complete on like just like for a basic website first. Like I mean, as a community, we have to come together and well, it's like the most basic but efficient way to um like I don't know, like like the basic skeleton that is necessary for our community. Um,
Yeah, and I just actually got a poll bot. One of the other realms we're using poll bots in order to actually get a lot of that information. And I think even during our last community call, that was something else that T had mentioned as well when it came to the engineers. Was actually we were going to make that a task for this week, was to have a poll, whether that's on Twitter, Instagram, Discord, have it a few different places to start getting some of that feedback that, like you were saying, is really important for your realm. So we can take a poll this week with, some design ideas. Like you said, when it comes to the skeleton, maybe, put it into like a pollable question. Do you guys like this option A or this option B, so that we can start putting it all together, and then start executing and actually creating this foundation that we can then start building on top of. So I think that's a great idea and puts us right into that next part of our community calls every week, which is where we talk about what each Glow team has done and the tasks that they would like to see this week. So for the engineers, since you guys have kicked it off for us for this week and have gone over our awesome resource website, one thing I would like to say about that, I know we'll end up having to get a domain with our raw workshop that we're doing. Something that is really important that I would love to continue to do is being able to work hard, earn money, and give it to all the people that are putting in work as well, right? That's something that we are trying to do in order to help creators come into the space to earn a living and build a future for real. Even when I was talking to some of the other speakers like Alana, the Web3 girl, and Musashi, who's building a DAO and doing their own fundraising, I'm like, us creating these workshops where these speakers and people in the space can come and give a lesson and sell tickets and seed their own ideas as well. It's really becoming a really big mission and huge opportunity that I see that we can really continue to do in this space. So one of the things I would like to do, part of the ticket sales goes to the RAWDAO treasury. And of course, we're going to be able to put this up for a vote. But I think one of the amazing things we could do with those initial funds is actually buy our domain name. We'll need it for the website. We'll need it for so many other things. And I think that would be a great way to, utilize that capital that we get from a workshop to using for our actual website. Or even if it's compensation, because we'll probably need it before then, maybe not, because it depends on how the ticket sales go. But nonetheless, I think that is something that's, again, a vision on how we can put it all together, right? We're doing this raw workshop that's going to get funds for all these different things, and we'll actually be able to use that for our workshop or for our website, and being able to fund a lot of these things that it's going to be necessary in order to run things like a website. So I thought that was cool, an idea that I wanted to pitch when it came to the website, knowing the things that we'll end up needing eventually. Because even that, when it comes to the website, the skeleton of it, right? It's like, what's the name of our website? Something simple like that. I keep calling it like the raw resources right now, because we're basically creating this resource system, but trying to come up with some catchy name that people go to when they're looking for how to go physical to digital, or looking for help with how to build a team or whatever they need help with in this space. So just some thoughts I had there when it comes to that. But engineers, I think that's a good task for the day or for the week, is to get a poll together to confirm that structure, that skeleton structure. So I guess what would that look like, Sergio? Like the skeleton options per se? I guess that's the question. Like, how would you want that presented?
Well, like homepage. Well, like you know how like SharePoint or like in the Figma it has like the landing page, but then it also has like the menu, like the way the user navigates the website. Like how do they want it? Like
Okay.
let me just share my screen. Like uh, like for example, like this, like do they want it like on the navigation menu? If they come like like this line that represents the menu, do they want it like appear halfway full and and then not just that, but like and then like when they like land on it, what do they want to see? Like, do they want to see a get started call to action and do they want like how to connect to a wallet? And then if they click on this one, it should like be a page where like how to like set up a wallet and how to connect to it, I guess.
Okay.
Like
that makes
they keep
sense.
scrolling down to the page, like
Okay.
like I'm not sure if they want to learn about scales or like I really don't know. I'm just assuming like this is what the user wants. Like
Right. Okay, that makes
Like-
sense then. What I can
like
do
they keep scrolling down.
is I can go through and kind of take pictures of each step and make it like a yes or no. You know, will you guys use this? Would you guys need this? Kind of thing. And we can promote that throughout the week. What's today? Friday? Yeah. So we'll make sure I get that out no later than like Sunday so that people have the whole week to kind of vote on it. Hopefully we get some good responses by Wednesday, so we can kind of just keep it moving. But I think that's a good idea too. Like you said, just take a moment, check in with the community, get some feedback from them. I'll post it all throughout like Instagram, Twitter, Discord, so that again we're hitting different channels and trying to get that participation in there. Yep, go ahead, CJ.
That sounds good. We have some good ideas. I think the biggest thing, like Sergio, is that you talk about is from the Web3 sites you already put in there, is the simplicity of it. So like if we have 5 buttons, right? So one button leads to something. I think what I wanted to ask you, are we looking at a site or mobile app? And I want to say T Cook kind of broke it down and said it's easier. You said it's easier to go from the app to a site, but are we looking at it like an app, Sergio? So I'm clear.
Well, I'm seeing it as like a web app. Like it's a app, but like on the web. Like basically, it's just like. Well, I was hoping like if they connect the wallet, they have like it's gonna display like their own like app. I don't know how to explain. It's a web app, basically. Like on the landing page, that's just a landing page. It's not like it doesn't have functionality. It's just displaying like information right now.
So we can change up the background like once it's voted on. And I think on the notes we had, it was like if we put something similar to what you have as kind of your theme of, not I would say tie dye, but that galaxy-ish theme. like to
Right.
have that as the background, because I think that that is attractive and
Mm-hmm.
it's bright and colorful. So is it something like that that can be the background on all pages, and then from there the buttons are solid, or is that some other? Am I? Because I don't know about the formatting of building a site, you guys.
Yeah, I think I know with the backgrounds, those are changeable. So I guess the main
Okay.
question becomes the buttons. So if you have just like I've seen, like for example, how Sergio showed, you can add different shapes to it. So say you have like a rectangle that you add, and it says, join the Discord, and then people click that, and then it takes them to the link to join Discord or something like that. That's what you guys are envisioning, like you were saying, CJ, right? Having more like
Okay. Yes.
buttons like that. So then, Sergio, the question then becomes: is that flow that you're talking about? Which buttons to have, and kind of where, so that you guys are
Yeah.
creating that. Okay.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. Cool. Thank you for clarifying it. I was just trying to,
Okay.
when you have the arrows going to one, I thought if it opens up on another page, or like you said, even MetaMask, is it something goes, okay, you can click on this to connect to your MetaMask wallet, or unsure, then click here for on how to connect. So is it kind of like it leads you to another page that only deals with that, and then to go back, are you looking at a menu that'll always take you back to the front, so that you can kind of go to the next step, like onboarding. The next step, how do I join the Discord, and what happens there? Like,
Yeah, kind of like that. Like it's
okay,
kind of hard to like simple when I'm doing it, it's just hard to simplify the whole
okay. You
process.
clarified it for me very well. Thank you. I just wanted to make sure that I understand it, so that when I put something up or post something, that it's in line with what you have to build it. Since I'm just, I won't say the builder, the coder, very well. So, thank you.
Yes. Great questions there, Miss CJ. Brought it all together. So even if you guys wanted to, take some time, I'm gonna put out a recap, like I said in the meeting, but I'll drop in the core team. Everybody, or not. Well, I mean everybody obviously can, but people that's really been doing their due diligence, looking at the websites. What are some buttons that you guys think we should have? That way can help us create that skeleton. We're going to start on the landing page and take you through how to join the Discord, how to do this, how to do that. What are, some buttons and functionalities that we should have, that we're going to vote on with the community to see if they agree, and then be able to confirm and keep it going. So that sounds awesome. Alrighty. So that's great, for the website. Great to hear what the engineers are going to be working on. We'll move on to the educators. I know I leave that space for the educators. I made a lot of content this week, about the Raw workshop and posting on that. I did something else, education. Oh, smart contracts. Two things. So when it comes to that, I think what one of the things I'm going to do with our smart contract is actually fork the one from DigitalX. It does seem like it is the most efficient, for our DAO, with us just wanting to be able to do airdrops and use our governance token and be on the Polygon network, so that we're not paying crazy gas fees every time we're interacting with it. The way that they had their smart contracts set up really makes sense. A lot of the other places that you can kind of help learn how to make smart contracts, like Manifold and different places like that, all are more on like Ethereum, and the gas fees are expensive whenever you want to interact with those Ethereum contracts. So each week I meet with the other realms that are going independent. We talk about what we can do to help each other, and that's one of the things that I've been working on, and I feel pretty confident about figuring out how to fork that smart contract and rewrite it, basically, to get us back in the game. But one thing is, we are not in a rush. One thing I'm going to also do this week is kind of revamp our roadmap, slow it, and maybe not, I don't want to say slow it down, but things like that, just putting it back into perspective that we're still going to be tracking everything that we're doing. All of that still stays into place. And then I've kind of been thinking of having like this rain day. I'm trying to think of a better word, but it's like a rainy day, where I actually go when we have our new smart contract launched, and I'm doing all these airdrops for governance tokens and airdrops that have gone over this time, and membership NFTs, and it's just kind of like that overflow of you've been putting in that work, and when the floodgates open, it's this overflow, and then it's just going to continue to flow. So with that being said, because I'm taking on that smart contract duty, I want to make sure it's done in the best way and not just trying to get something done. With that being said, I know that we have our trackers in place, but I know the weekly tracking and having to do it manually is also a little timely. So I have been looking for better alternatives. I found this one site called Coordinate, and I'll actually post a link for that in the core team. Another resource that I got from the Realm group, where we're all just putting our resources together to find out these, alternatives. But I'll drop that there so everybody can check it out. And it's basically the same thing where people can, put a task that they put out there and the estimated amount of coins that they should be allocated as like a decentralized tracker that way. So that way when you do something, you just put it in there that you did it, how many build tokens you're supposed to get for it, and then like I said, when rain day comes, I'll go and airdrop off thousands of them that you have, or however many you have. So that's something that I have on that front. But again, creating education behind the scenes while actually doing all of that and sharing it. So I've been holding it down in that front for education. Trying to create more educational content, coming out with that. Also being more present on social media with making it known that we are these educators in this space, that we and I think our raw workshop is something that's going to, again, I just told you guys, making that our focus. Of course, NFTs are really awesome and important in the way that we're going to be able to do this, but rallying up those educators, getting this raw workshop. I've gotten a lot of feedback that people actually want to be involved in the next workshop too. So, understanding that and the future for this and how people get really excited once they really start hearing about it. It makes, it's just tunnel vision focused and trying to attract more educators, attract more people that want to be building and continue building. So for educators, anybody that wants to help in that field, just continue to create educational content. The more educational content we have, the better we'll be, whether that's articles about RAWDAO, whether that's articles about DAOs in general. We had a whole Twitter Spaces that was about blockchain this week, and DAOs last week. Just educating the community, creating these educational sources that we can use. That would be appreciated. For creatives, same thing. Just create content. For creatives, it can be a little more creative, obviously. If you can use filters, do that. If you can make whatever kind of creative content you can to hype up the RAWDAO, show that we're a bunch of creatives. I know if you guys have seen, we have a new channel called Social Media, and that's just where we're sharing different videos that everybody can post across their different social medias. So Zay is taking the lead on our TikTok, and she has a lot of TikTok videos in there. So using these videos in different ways, funny ways, creative ways, however you can, putting your own content together that we can all share and just keep resharing. So those are the two spheres that I know I take over, the educator and creatives. Tiny's not here for the strategist, but let me look at my phone real quick to see what their task was for last week. Next we'll be moving over to you, Miss CJ, over for the moderators after strategist. So I'll be right back over to you. But strategist was going to be making content for the workshop. getting the templates updated, and joining Twitter Spaces. So again, as a strategist, this is still something that we are going to be doing. If you can join Twitter Spaces to talk about the Raw workshop, share it, do it if you can. The more people we talk about it to, the more people that we can try to get joined to the workshop, joined in the RAWDAO. And you guys know we're completely independent at this time. So the only way we're going to continue to grow and spread the word is by being in the community and spreading the word. So I've been feeling really motivated by that recently, thinking about all the other independent people that have come up, like a Dame Dash or a Dolph, if you guys listen to, music like that. But seeing people like that who, chose to not go the signed record label and build their own. And in the beginning you got to be out there, handing out your mixtapes yourself and spreading that word yourself, understanding we're in the infancy stage, but if we do it right, we again will control that faucet to our freedom. So understanding that's the mission and building accordingly. Something else with the strategist I've been thinking is really how to leverage when it comes to these raw workshops, because I've noticed that there is a lot of promoters out here in the space, right? And that's something that we're trying to corner, as well as the promotions and giving people a real platform to actually really share their stuff and come together to see what new NFTs and new artists are out there that they can really support, and not, big groups and all the stuff that you can kind of fall into when it comes to the NFT space. But promoters kind of have their own following when it comes to that kind of stuff as well, or influencers per se, and they'll create their own communities around their own speculations. So one thing I was thinking would be really cool when it comes to these raw workshops is really partnering with those kind of promoters, because if you think about it, that's why like clubs in Miami are always packed, because it's the promoters that are outside all day on the beach handing out the flyers, giving out free rides to the show, and doing the most to make sure people actually show up. So I was thinking if there's a way that we actually partner with promoters, and because I can make promotion codes. So say we did something like, I don't even know who's, Paris Hilton. She's a big NFT influencer, right? Say she wanted to be one of our promoters, or I reached out to her like, hey, you're a promoter. Say every ticket you sell, you get $1 or $2 from each ticket. She has 2 million followers on Twitter, so she could start doing the numbers like, man, well, if I sell 100,000 tickets, then I'm gonna make $100,000, minimum. So again, figuring out ways that we can kind of use the market and how the market already works, I think will be great to help the community. One of the things that really will help is collaboration. That's important. So collaborating, again, I've told you guys about the YouTubers, right? And trying to get with YouTubers that can actually talk about our project and get people that follow them on that. And that's why I mentioned, even when it comes to the metaverses that we're trying to appeal to, and the XRP Ledger and that community, and just so many different communities that you can start tapping into. I think that's a great strategy as well. So when it comes to strategists, trying to connect with promoters, be on Twitter spaces, connecting with people, and just putting out more of those templates for content that anybody can use. That is the task for this week. I myself need to continue to join some more some more Twitter spaces. I have been in a few, but I need to actually be in a few more of these Shill Your Work, and actually be talking about the workshop and trying to get people to go buy the tickets. It's very easy. It's through Eventbrite. People can use PayPal. We have very limited barriers on why people wouldn't be able to actually attend. So it's just on us to put it out there. So as our strategist, that is the goal for this week. Continue to create content and continue to get the word out. And then moving last to moderators, Miss CJ. I know, let me review the task for last week. It was put together welcoming content. I said put together content. get a live schedule ironed out for Instagram and that content calendar. So I know Zay did put the content calendar together, has been putting together some content, and is still trying to figure out the live for Instagram. And Miss CJ, how is the welcome DM going? I guess it's a great way to call it, simply that welcome letter.
Well, let's see. So the welcome letter, I think that Jay and I will need to meet to kind of get that ironed out and defined. I can't say that we have a solid welcome letter,
Okay.
or I have a solid welcome letter.
No,
I think it's like I suppose it's, and help me make sure that I'm clear. When people come to the Discord or come directly onto the site, or just into the Discord, what they see, right?
Mm-hmm.
The first letter they see when they are trying to join,
Right.
correct, or even inquiring. Okay,
It's like two.
Okay.
It's like 2 for 1. So we have
Yeah.
that welcome when people join, and they can read
Yeah.
that welcome. Like, here's how to get started. But this step that we're actually looking at is after people have introduced themselves. After they've taken the step to join the chat and message and introduce yourselves, and now they've put it out there. Like Mood Connect is one of our latest people that have reached out.
Yes.
And we've all kind of talked in the introduce yourself, but at that time it will be great if we have a copy and paste message that anybody can send to them, like, hey, thanks for joining the Discord.
Yes.
Here's what you want to do next. Go over to where to start, fill out the Google form, and then figure out which team you want to join and complete a task for that team. If you have any questions, you can shoot me a DM. Something like that will kind of bring it all together to even help push them along in this process. Like, thanks for joining. Thanks for taking the step to, connect. But here, let's even follow up and give them that extra, hug when you walk in the door, so that you feel welcomed and confident in what you do. And like you have someone to even look to ask questions, And I don't see, of course, by the time we get to the point where it's like a lot of people, because I was in that same onboarding role when it comes to the Global Designer Network, I know there's ways we can create tickets and bots that can even automate that process. But while we are just small and able to do it, I think, it'll be a great opportunity for us to learn. And this is something that I mentioned before when it comes to how these are the things that are helping us build that Web3 resume, right? Like I just said, I was in the Global Designer Network as an onboarder, so I know this, that, and a third can work. So now you're kind of being groomed in that same way, where it's you're a moderator in the RAWDAO, so you're going to understand how to greet people and kind of guide them through Discord and everything, because those are, again, those Discord managers and community managers, those are whole positions in Web3, so kind of along that same lines of just that community manager and creating that role that we can then start to make more or bigger as we continue to be bigger.
That fully makes sense. And I think that I'll put that, if we can put that on the task, because I do have a really good idea. Okay. And I was going through it with T, but more so we were talking about the site. But I do understand it clearly. I think it would make sense. It would be, I like the form that you already have, other than the hug piece or the touch piece, would be more so like a ticket system or some kind of system, like, okay, hey, I'd like for you to send this. Once they've decided what role, and make it easy to see if they want to join that role. If not, be a part of this. So that to be a part of it, you're doing something to grow the community. Okay, got it. So let's, if we can, let's put that on the table for me to have completed. If it was a task, then I'll make sure it's fully completed by, I probably have to do it this weekend. Okay. For sure.
Sounds like a plan. And you can share that in the moderators chat, with ideas, because I'm in all those too. So, that's something we can always bounce off of. And so I know everybody has busy schedules. We all try to meet up when we can. But just dropping stuff in the chat where anybody can reply, it works fine as well. I always try not to hold anything longer than an hour anyway, so people can have that healthy balance. So yeah, that sounds like a great plan, CJ, especially like you said, it's just going to bring it all together. We're going to go from the website where people can be joining to the Discord, and then just making sure we're just, tightening all these corners where we see people can start falling through the gaps and making it super smooth, super easy, and a great way to grow, and keep people active, especially we have a lot of things super simplified so that anybody can use this as a place to get started. So we just have to have these key things, in the ground so that we can just keep doing it over and over and over, watering these seeds and growing accordingly. So sounds like an awesome plan. Did anybody have anything else that they'd like to share before we go? Otherwise, I think we all have some pretty awesome tasks, and I'll be recapping all of that in our weekly thread, as well as dropping that in the task for this week. But yes, Sergio.
For the workshop, do we get to choose like what platform do we present to? Like,
yes, you can definitely choose what platform you would like to present on. Which one would you prefer is best for you?
I think Zoom, but I'm not.
Okay.
I want Zoom, but like I don't know if that's.
You can do Zoom. Well, we have another designer who's doing Zoom. I wanted them to all be different, just different things people are familiar with. I know we can use Discord for some things depending on how many people. One person will be on YouTube live stream, but most other people will probably be on Zoom anyhow for like one-on-one. I know we have a few things on social media, but we can definitely do yours on Zoom. I'm going to be getting those links together here actually this upcoming week as well, so we can test anything that's needed. So I will also put out if I will need, or if you guys want to make your own Zoom and share the link, or if you would like me to make the Zoom and then share the link. I guess that will be where we pose that question there. So that sounds like a plan. I will share that in the separate Raw workshop. Oh, also great news, just to end off that Raw workshop. We have sold 3 tickets so far. Super exciting. As you guys know, we have 8 contributors. So that's our 5 speakers, plus our host and promoters. So that is myself, Alana the Web3 girl, Musashi, Sergio, and I'm forgetting it. Oh, and Asa the Meta Elf, as well as CJ, Zay, and Tiny, who's been helping with the content and the promotion. So with that being said, we've sold 3 tickets and made $75, resulting in each contributor earning $8.63 so far. So I'm super excited about that. I think that's a great, right? I think that's a great milestone to be able to put out there, especially once we, can say, hey, I was able to pay this person this amount of money. And, again, we are actually giving these other up and coming creators a way to earn a living as well. I'm sure some people in the future will want to use that to donate to a cause. Any of us can use our funds to donate to a cause, or a part of ours can start going to causes in the future, and just understanding how we can continue to grow this in such an awesome way, because we're growing and just getting started. But super excited when I see those kind of things, especially one of our actual first ticket buyers, because 2 of those tickets have actually been people from our core team. But it's okay, because the support is still support. But the other person that actually bought the ticket, I gave them the 50% off promo code, because of course, as people are sharing any of your content, feel free to share, with them some promo codes. You can give them one for 25% off, or 50 if they've reshared the content, to help try to seal those deals for the ticket sales. But she actually didn't want to use the promotion code. She said she liked all the speakers, she liked what we're doing, she wanted to support, and it really wasn't even that expensive. So understanding that, again, even that's the audience that we're attracting, and she's looking forward to all of the workshops. I started even thinking like, oh my gosh, imagine if we had like seasonal passes and they last for the year, and then imagine when we take this in world and we're actually in the metaverse doing this and doing it on different metaverse platforms, and just so many amazing things that we'll continue to be able to do with this workshop, and all the things that I'll be able to, help others do in the future. So just super excited about all that we're doing, guys. Really amazing job. I appreciate you all for taking the time to balance building the RAWDAO outside of building, everything else you're building in this world. But I have full faith that we're building something amazing. So thank you, guys. I hope you all have an awesome rest of your weekend, and we'll chat again soon. Peace and blessings.
Thank you.